Hey friends, Kris Krohn here with Limitless Wealth TV, and today I want to talk about the blockchain, but I want to talk about it from an oversimplistic point of view, because I got too many friends out there that are just confused, like this technology is so new, it's so weird, it's so strange, like what is it? We're going to take just a couple minutes today and make it super simple.
Hey Chris, it's Justin Alphabet. What is blockchain technology and why should I care?
So there's so many people out there that are stressing trying to understand what is this blockchain technology, and the reality is it's really important to understand, but only to a point. I mean, do you really understand how the cloud works? No, but is everyone adopting it? Is everyone using it? Even if you don't know that you're using it, you're actually using this technology. It's important to have some understanding what blockchain technology is because it's changing the world right now. It's changing the way that business is done because it's the brand new internet. Think of it as like Internet 2.0, except it's the secure internet. It's the unhackable internet. And when you want to understand what this is, it really is nothing more than a big, dumb ledger that keeps track of transactions. But what makes it so simple and so safe is that instead of a company or a person recording a transaction, you have all of these computers on the blockchain from all over the world that are coming together and actually verifying these transactions. You have, with this special segregation, at least 3 computers at any given time that are confirming and witnessing that a transaction has been completed. And what makes it so unhackable is that people from all over the world are plugging in their computers and they're using it to support the blockchain. So unless you can hack hundreds or thousands or millions of computers all at once, you're really not going to be able to hack the system. So maybe down the road, someone will get smart enough and ingenious enough to figure out how to do that. But what it's really doing is this new Internet 2.0, what it's doing is it's creating trust. And it's verifying these transactions by encrypting and decrypting information. And it's happening spread over multiple computers. And you just don't know which ones are going to be pinged for actually doing these transactions. So that's in essence what the blockchain is. It's really powerful technology. In just January of this year, we had our first real estate home transact through the blockchain. First home in the world. Now, normally if you want to transact a home, think about it. Even if you were buying a home from a family member or someone that you trust, you're not going to walk in and give them a big bucket of money. We use banks. They have wiring fees. We're going to have realtor fees, 3% here and 3% there. That's 6%. You got 2% in closing costs. You could have 8% going out the door in closing costs. And on $1 million home, that's $80,000. It just so happens that the first home that transacted on the blockchain was $1 million home. But instead of having those fees, it was transacted safely and securely through the blockchain. And closing costs were right around $1, not $80,000. And that's what this new blockchain technology is doing. So all the third-party companies that are out there, for example, even like American Express and Visa and MasterCard and Discover, American Express, they charge over 4% when you use their credit card. They've got reward points to pay out. They've got expenses and things like that for charging those merchant fees. But all of a sudden, you and I, we could do a transaction and we could do it through cryptocurrency. And guess what? There's going to be like a 50-cent transaction cost. But on $10,000, it doesn't necessarily need to be hundreds of dollars like it currently works in today's world. So when we talk about blockchain for dummies, I mean, really, you can get lost in it, but it's really just that simple. Remember this, it's Internet 2.0. It's safe and secure. Its job is to perform transactions by encrypting and decrypting. The internet, instead of hosted by one company with all their servers in Russia, it's hosted by anyone around the world that wants to plug their computer in, and their computer will hash and do the work, and each of those computers will individually get paid, and that's what makes up the blockchain. All of these different transactions on this ledger being recorded, creating trust in a previously very untrustworthy world. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. When I talk about people all over the world plugging in their computers and then getting paid for supporting the blockchain, did you know that you could get one of these fancy supercomputers, plug it in, and have it potentially make hundreds of dollars every single month for you? It's one of the best ROIs I've ever seen on an investment in my life. It's really exciting. And I just happen to work with one of the leading providers in the world that helps everyday average people like you and I get involved, get these computers plug in, and earn these ridiculous ROIs for supporting this new technology. So if you want to learn about that, hike over to my website and I'll get you some information on that.